dude. Get these people up off the floor. What are you doing? Under the direction of the legend and the Kansas City public school system teacher for many years, Mr. Willie Arthur Smith. One more time for those Stones. All right, Greg, get your people off my stage. You guys did an awesome job as usual. I guess they made an entrance, they gotta make an exit too. No, yeah, no, yeah, no, yeah. Yeah, no. Yeah, no, what? Okay. How y'all doing? That news sound real. How y'all doing? Much better, much better. Welcome to Convocation 2019. I'm going to be your host this afternoon. I am Sean Tyler, a proud alumnus of the Kansas City, Missouri Public School. They told me not to break my whistles. Now I'm mad. All right, right now though, we had to rearrange a little bit because the Cobras were super excited to get out here and perform. We are now going to have the presentation of colors representing Northeast High School. Yes, please stand for the presentation of the colors. And here to sing your national anthem, representing DeSalle High School. DeSalle once again proving you don't need a whole damn choir. Give it up one more time. That was absolutely beautiful. All right, so now it's time to lift every voice and sing with the fantastic voices. It's Toby and Tommy. so I'm going to beatbox, lift every voice and sing. Right? I'm just going to give it this one. You help us sing, huh? Lift every voice and sing till ring with the Now here's the good news. They're coming back. They're gonna sing some more. Sing some more. All right. Are you teachers out? Are you pumped up? Are you ready for the school year? I thought if we got one more snow day, there was gonna be year-round school. Alright, we're going to keep this program going right now, because I know there are some proud participants ready to represent their school. So one more time, I'm going to ask my dear friends from the Marching Cobras to help me out as we present the schools from the Kansas City Public School District. Let's go!
Division of Communications and Community Engagement.
Division of Student Support and Intervention.
Division of Human Resources.
Division of Research and Accountability.
Division of Finance, Operations, and Technology.
Division of Legal Services.
Division of Academics. Alan Village. Success Academy at Anderson, Missouri Options. It's our time to continue supporting students who have challenges maintaining in a traditional school, while consistently being the dream keepers for all students. Robert Lee.
Manual Career and Technical Center. It's our time for career readiness. Rashawn Carruthers. Richardson Early Learning Community School. Together, we create real change. Ramondra Franklin Hamilton. Woodland Early Learning Community School. Let us remember, one book, one pen, one child, and one teacher can change the world. Bridget Westerfield.
Success Academy at Knox. Education is not the filling of a pail, but the lighting of a fire. The time is now. Daniel Shepard.
Primitivo Garcia Elementary. The greatest gift you can give someone is your time. You're giving a portion of your life that you will never get back. Rajan Alaminin.
Benjamin Banneker Elementary School. Education is the most powerful weapon we can use to change the world. Harrison Neal. Garfield Elementary School. We will not let the past define our students. They deserve our best. We own that. It's their time. Doug White.
Hale Cook Elementary. Yesterday is gone. Tomorrow has not yet come. We have only today. Let us begin. Julie Lynch. Gladstone Elementary. Change will not come if we wait for some other person or some other time. We are the ones we've been waiting for. We are the change that we see. Dana Carter. John T. Hartman Elementary. Let's teach our scholars, but a better way. Dr. Desi Kirksey.
James Elementary School. It's our time to map out a plan that strengthens the instruction for our students and empowers each of them to be ready for the future. David Williams.
Truce Elementary. We are Truce. One team, one dream. Dr. Sandra Fowler. Wendell Phillips Elementary. Education is for improving the lives of others and for leaving your community and world better than you found it. Takesha Brown. Faxon Elementary. It's our time to think like there is no box. Kathleen Snipes. Whittier Elementary. The future starts today, not tomorrow. Together, we are Whittier. Helena Lang. Martin Luther King Jr. Elementary. If you can't fly, then run. If you can't run, then walk. If you can't walk, then crawl. But whatever you do, you have to keep moving forward. Dana Mae Abram. Pitcher Elementary. Every student is just one caring adult from becoming a success story. Dr. Carol Howard. Longfellow Elementary. Do whatever it takes to let them be great. Dr. Jimmy Millard. J.A. Rogers Elementary. The future depends on what you do today. Dr. Adrian Blankenship Johnson.
George Melcher Elementary. The moment is now, not tomorrow or yesterday or someday. Right here, right now. It's our time to shine. Christopher McNeil.
Elementary. Be not afraid of growing slowly. Be afraid only of standing still. It's our time. Leah Starr. African-centered College Preparatory Academy. Good teaching lights a fire that affects eternity. Be a torchbearer. Claire Pope. Phyllis Wheatley Elementary. Not everything that is faced can be changed, but nothing can be changed until it is faced. Micah Enders.
Four-star Montessori. It's time for us to move from good to great. Blake Ryan.
Harold Holiday Senior Montessori. Good, better, best. Never let it rest. Until your good is better and your better is best. Kalinda Bass Barlow.
Harvard Dual Language School. It's our time to validate, celebrate, and fully embrace the power of biliteracy. Michael Coulter. Foreign Language Academy. Do the one thing you think you cannot do. Fail at it. Try again. Do better the second time. This is your time. Own it. Joel Ramsdell.
Central Middle. No more excuses. Change is here. Success is ours. Simone Chambers.
Northeast Middle School. We can no longer educate our scholars to just answer questions. Rather, we must teach them how to answer questions that have not even been asked yet. Brent Schreiber.
Lincoln Middle. Be the change you wish to see in the world. Mary Beth Moore.
East High School. Let us remember, one book, one pen, one child, and one teacher can change the world. Luis Hinojosa. Central High School. If not us, who? If not now, when? Anthony Madry. Northeast High School. We are going to level up. Raymond Irvin.
Southeast High School. This is our time to write our own narrative. Urban metropolitan areas are full of time, but it does not define their ability to realize their dreams. Jessica Bassett.
for about 2 months with this dude right here. Now he's leading the pack. Give it up for God. He's a pack. Yep, I got put out the Cobras. And not for the reason you're thinking.
Gotta practice.
Yeah, couldn't make practice. I was busy doing new dimension stuff. Okay, before we get started with the show, I'd like to bring up the school board chair, Ms. Patty Mansour. Fantastic, how are you?
I'm great. I've been dancing, I've been singing.
It's going to be a great school year, isn't it?
It's going to be a great school year.
All right, well, let me ask you some questions. First of all, I'd like to get to know some of your board members. So could you introduce your board to me?
Yes, I would love to. I've got two of my colleagues here today, Jennifer Wilsey, who's a board member at large.
Jennifer.
And Manny Barca from Sub-District 3. We have a terrific board. They come from all over, business, nonprofit, philanthropy. We have parents on our board. It's truly a board that is deeply immersed in this community.
So tell me about your time with the school system.
Well, my first child started in Kansas City Public Schools way back in 1994.
Way back.
Way back. And, you know, I fell in love. I did all the things that moms do. I helped with field days and book sales and cupcakes and parties. But I very quickly fell in love with this school district, really because of the teachers that we bring to our district. We have one of the best teacher corps in this entire bi-state region. And it's what kept our family in this district, and it's what makes me proud every day.
All right, so what's your vision for the future of the school district?
Okay, so my vision is a ticker tape parade that shuts down all of Kansas City when we cross that goal line to full accreditation. And the other part of my vision is me riding in a cherry red convertible. And Dr. Riddell leading that parade on a bicycle. Bicycle club.
We'll get you a
That's my vision.
Well, I'll tell you what, I believe in the teachers of this district, I believe in the students of this district, and in a proud of the leader of this district, and I'm going to fight for that ticker tape parade. We're going to get it.
We're gonna get it.
This
We're
is
gonna
just as
get
big
it.
as a world championship, so we're going to do it. Y'all ready? Ms. Mansour, thank you so much. Pleasure to meet you. So did you guys have a good time at Summerfest? Let's look back at it.
Hot up, ready to go. I got my eyes on the prize. I'm sick of feeling the lows. I wanna roll with the odds. I took a different path. I did it all on my own. So, whole world ready for me. I got a vision in mind. It's time to roll up my sleeves. You know I'm feeling alive. I took a different path. I did it all on my own. So, I've been hoping that my dreams come true. And I'm hoping that I make it with you. Count it out, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Work it out, think we're gonna make it. Shout it out, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Do you feel the vibe, man? Count it out, let me hear your zip code. Work it out, feeling like a Van Gogh. Worldwide, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Do you feel the vibe, man? Hopped up, look at us go. We could shoot for the stars. Gonna start a parade. See, the future is us. It's a beautiful day. We did it all on our own. So I've been hoping that my dreams come true. And I'm hoping that I make it with you. Count it out, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Work it out, think we're gonna make it. Shout it out, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Do you feel the vibe, man? Count it out, let me hear you zip lows, I wanna roll with the highs. I took a different path, I did it all on my own. So hyped up, look at us go. We can shoot for the stars, gonna start a parade. Say the future is ours, it's a beautiful day. We did it all on our own. So count it out, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Work it out, think we're gonna make it. Shout it out, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Do you feel the vibe, man? Count it out, let me hear your zip code. Work it out, feeling like a Van Gogh. Worldwide, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Do you feel the vibe, yeah? Do you feel the vibe, yeah? Vibe, yeah? Do you feel the vibe, yeah? Vibe, yeah?
Summerfest. I love little kids when they're not mine. Summerfest is founded every year by the Kansas City Public School Education Foundation, and right now on the stage with me is the director, Ms. Nicole Collier-White. Hey!
Hey, KCPS.
All right, so tell everybody a little bit about what it is you actually do.
Sure. So I am the fundraising arm of KCPS. My job is to bring innovative programming, ideas, funding to Kansas City Public Schools, whether that ranges from instructional grants, Summerfest, Teacher of the Year, a lot of really good things. That's my job, to make sure that people can see the excellent work that everybody in this room does.
So you pass out money.
A little bit, yeah.
All right.
A lot of it.
All right, well today we're going to recognize the Kansas City Public School Teacher of the Year and some other opportunities for teachers, all right?
Yes.
I'm gonna let you have it.
Thank you. So at this time, I would like to bring up Casey from Justin's and Miss Diane Mora, your 2019 Kansas City Public Schools Teacher of the Year. Give it up for Miss Diane Mora, everybody. From East High School. So I'm actually going to hand this over to Casey from Justin's, who partners with the district on this wonderful event every year.
Congratulations, Ms. Mora. Such a well-deserved honor. This beautiful ring, this signifies all the hard work that you put in. It's such well-deserved, and I hope you wear it every day with pride. I also wanted to take this time really quickly to let everyone know how much I appreciate the partnership that Justin's has had with this school district for over 50 years now. And me personally, I'm going into my 16th year partnering with the schools in this district, and I truly appreciate working with all of you each and every year. So special thanks to my administrators, my sponsors, my secretaries, custodians, all the people that I work with in and out of the schools each and every day. Thank you so much. I know we have a lot of new faces this year as well, so I look forward to meeting all of you as well, and let's have another great year. Thank you so much.
One more partnership that I wanted to highlight is a new deal that the KCPS Education Foundation worked with Cordish Industries. And at this time, I would like to bring Mr. Nick Benjamin to the stage. We have a really exciting announcement for every single teacher in this room.
Yeah, ready. I'm really excited to be here today to announce a new partnership between the Power and Light District and the Kansas City Public Schools Foundation. When we first started talking to Mayor Barnes almost 20 years ago about the Power and Light District and her vision for downtown Kansas City, her concerns and her goals weren't just about downtown. They were about the future of Kansas City as a whole. She understood that for the whole city to thrive, downtown needed to be an engine of growth for the whole city, producing momentum and revenue that would be felt far beyond the boundaries of downtown. 20 years later, many elements of that vision have been realized and maybe even exceeded. But there are still significant missing pieces, and there's still significant work for us to do in order to play the role that we committed to back in the early 2000s. One of those missing pieces is reinforcing the connection between the success of downtown and the success of the neighborhoods, between the success of the business and development communities and the success of every citizen of Kansas City. There's no more critical element of Kansas City's success, both now and in the future, than the health of its public schools. No work more integral than what public school teachers do to support and train the next generation of Kansas Cityans. On behalf of the Quarters family and the Power and Light District, I'm here today to say that we want to do more to support the incredibly important work that you do, and we want to do more to support the students in our public schools. We're going to start by making a $50,000 cash donation every year for the next 5 years. Just to start, we're also going to partner on concerts at KC Live each year, which we expect will raise an additional $15,000 per year. We are also going to donate 1 apartment at 1 Light and 1 apartment at 2 Light, rent-free, to a teacher who wants to live downtown. And maybe most importantly, we're going to begin working together to use our resources and relationships, customers and vendors, to do whatever possible to help the school's foundation achieve its goals through apprenticeships, training programs and seminars, hosting fundraisers, and hopefully many other ways that we haven't identified yet, but we'll work together with the foundation and with you over the next 5 years to develop. There's almost no trade or profession in this city that we don't perform ourselves or work with on a daily basis. We're going to work hard to open our doors each year to give your students access to those skills and training so that they can have the tools to advance themselves. The Renaissance of downtown Kansas City was always intended to be a renaissance for all Kansas Cityans. The growth and success of downtown is a critical part of the puzzle, but we in the business community need to do more to make sure the benefits of the investments the city and its citizens have made in downtown are felt throughout the city, not just in downtown. Hopefully today is a new step in that direction. Finally, for those of you interested in living in the Power and Light District, check your email over the next few days for information about how to sign up for a free apartment. The selection will be made later this fall, and the apartment will be available this winter. Thank you from the Power and Light District and from the Quarters family for everything that you do for this city, and we hope you all have a great school year. Thank you.
You never look so sweet, walking down Main Street, claiming you miss me. And sweetheart, you dispelled my misery. Oh, you complete me. Could this be? Yes, indeed, you and me. We've come a long way from home to be alone. And it's our time, oh, it's our time. It's our time, oh, it's our time. It's our time, oh, it's our time. When you wait this long, it can't be wrong. Exactly why I wrote this song for you. Nothing can compete when you're staring right at me, shining them white teeth. And sweetheart, you dispelled my misery. Look what you done to me. Could this be? Yes, indeed, you and me. We've come a long way from home to be alone. And it's our time, oh, it's our time. It's our time, oh, it's our time. Baby, it's our time, oh, it's our time. When you wait this long, it can't be wrong. Exactly why I wrote this song for you.
where is Nick from Cornish? Did he leave? Nick, we gotta send you to the open school, man. So next year when you come to convocation, you gotta come here going, you get an apartment, and you get an apartment, and you get an apartment. You stay in the house because you got a mortgage to take care of. You get an apartment. That's pretty cool. Live downtown, but you see what they're doing. So next year, because he said it'll be ready in the winter, when it snows, and they clear the downtown streets first, so you ain't got no excuse. That's what you did there. Good thinking. All right, last year, KCPS introduced the Excellence in Education Award. The district gave away more than $50,000 to staff members. For more about this, please welcome to the stage KCPS Chief of Staff and Chief Human Resources Officer, Dr. Jennifer Collier.
Hello, KCPS.
Actually got a chance to meet Dr. Collier last week.
Yes, she did.
I did. All right, so tell us how the Excellence in Education Award is, how it got started.
Well, the Excellence in Education Awards came about through conversations that we were having, Dr. Bedell, the administrative team, about the great work that was happening in our schools. We were recognizing a lot of creativity and innovation, and we wanted to find a way as a team to recognize and acknowledge it and reward that work. And so then those conversations extended to partners and other folks who were wanting to support KCPS. And from there, one of the community partners, School Smart KC, provided a $50,000 grant, which made those awards possible.
All right, so what does the teacher have to do to win?
Well, there is a distinct set of criteria for each award. And so that information will be rolling out through public information because it would take me far too long to walk through all of it right now. But this week or early next week, you're all going to receive an email with the criteria for all of the awards. But some of the things that we look at, we like for the employee to have worked with KCPS at least 2 years. We also want to emphasize the importance of attendance at work because we know how critical it is for our students to have consistency and to see the staff members each and every day. So you must have 95% attendance and also to be eligible. We also look at student achievement for the position where that applies. We want to make sure that we are acknowledging the great work that's happening in the classroom to advance student learning and growth. Also, we look at student interviews. We want to hear from our children about the impact that our employees are having on them. Do they feel empowered? Do they feel like they have a voice? How do they feel after encounters with our employees? And then also those employees who meet the criteria must then write an essay that explains how their work, what it looks like each day, and how it's aligned to the strategic plan.
So why is it important to offer incentive opportunities like this to teachers?
Well, I think number one is really important because I think our employees in the schools need to know how much they are valued, how much we appreciate what they do. I myself was a teacher here in the district for 10 years, and then I served as a building administrator for 5 years. And I know that at times you can feel like you are alone in the work. But we as an administrative team, Dr. Bedell, the cabinet, executive team, the board, we want to make sure that you all know that you're not alone. We're here, we're supporting you, and we also want to acknowledge and celebrate the great things that you guys are doing for our students each and every day.
And that's for every member of the staff that works for KCPS.
This is primarily for our school-based staff. And I want to mention that every employee group that works in the school is recognized. So we recognize our certified staff as well as our classified staff members.
Thank you, Dr. Carter.
Can I do one thing before I take my statement? Very quickly, I just want to acknowledge our award recipients last year. And I have my cards because I want to make sure I don't miss anyone. So we have the Marva Collins Award, and this was for our elementary teacher. And the recipient of the award was Sandra Dixon from We also had the Jaime Escalante Award for our secondary teachers, and our award recipient was Sarah Evelyn from Southeast High School. We also wanted to recognize our non-core, non-tested certified staff members because they too contribute each and every day. And for that award, we have Philip Howard from Success at Knox. For our Star Assistant Principal Award, that was Mr. Ben Richardson from East High School. are our classified staff members who contribute each and every day, just as our certified staff. Our secretaries, our paraprofessionals, our custodians, our cafeteria workers, all of you matter. Everything that you do each day positively impacts students. And so we wanted to acknowledge you as well. So there were 5 people that we celebrated last year, and those people include Edwina Hoskins Graham, a para from Border Star, Sharon Stark, Secretary of Pitcher Elementary, Wanda Sexton, custodian at Southeast High School, Crystal Wilbur, registrar, Central High School, and Martha Martin, who was a para last year but is now a classroom teacher at Carver Dual Language. And then finally, there were 2 team awards that were given out, and that was for our professional learning community team and our problem-solving team, those 2 teams that are very instrumental in our schools. And there were 2 schools that were recognized as high achievement. For professional learning community, it was Trailwoods Elementary, and for problem-solving team, Rogers Elementary.
Okay, so I had to reintroduce myself because we got a little out of order at the beginning of the program. Once again, my name is Sean Tyler. And I attended Kansas City Public Schools kind of late in life. I was privately educated from Head Start to 9th grade, and I begged my parents to send me to public school so I could go to school with my friends from the neighborhood. And I don't regret that decision for a moment. I went to Lincoln Academy the freshman year. Not Lincoln Academy, for Accelerated Studies North Campus Preparatory Academy. I went to Lincoln Academy. And it blew my mind, because in private school everything's smaller, including the building, the classrooms. So to walk into that huge building, and I was all of 5'1", scrawny, goofy, full of energy, and it was an amazing time for me. Now they asked me to talk about a favorite teacher. I won't say that she was a favorite teacher, but she was super impactful, and her name was Miss Rivette. And I have no idea what she saw in me that made her know that I was that kid that was able to do the things that I did my freshman year, because I had no idea I could sing and or act, and she brought all that out of me. And she is solely responsible for me spending 30 years in radio in the entertainment business, and without her, no telling. I say that to say that as teachers, you never know what you're going to do in a child's life. And every day you go into work, I know sometimes it becomes a drag because they might not be doing what you asked them to do, or the day might seem a little long, it just might seem redundant. But I pray for you every day that you continue to push forward and do what you do for these children every day, because they'll do amazing things. And when Justin called and asked me to reach out to some pretty big alum of the district to see if I could get them to do a video to talk about their time in the district, I went through a list of people that I knew personally, and then I did a little research. This district has produced astronauts and doctors and senators and civil workers and Grammy Award winners and Emmy Award winners and Dove Award winners. You have produced some of the most prolific minds in science. You have done amazing things in students' lives that never thought was possible. And again, I didn't even know radio was a job. I didn't know that you could act in plays, and I did 2 summers at Starlight, and Miss Rivette was there the entire way, making sure that whatever question I had was answered, telling my parents it's okay, letting go through these rehearsals 9, 10 o'clock at night, it'll be beneficial, trust me, and she was right. So with that said, any first-time educators, would you please stand up? I don't know because a teacher impacted your life or it was just part of your destiny. But if you're a kindergarten teacher, an 8th grade teacher, a senior high school teacher, there will be kids coming to your classroom and you might never ever know that they're paying attention to you. And it was always the saying that the teachers you hate the most are the teachers that you'll look back on and go, oh my God. She told me this would happen. So push. It's your time. It's their time. The time is now. And I talked to some of my friends, and they weren't able to be here, but they wanted to tell you how important it was to be in this district and the things that you did for them. So let's look back at some proud KCPS alum.
Right about now, you're about to be possessed by the sounds of MC Rawface and DJ Easy Rock.
Hey, this is Brian B. Shining, one half of the Morning Grind with Shay and Shine, right here at Hot 103 Jams. And I wanted to talk to you all about my experience at Kansas City Public Schools.
Hello, my name is Tyrone Yarbrough. I'm the Director of Worship here at St. James United Methodist Church.
Hey everybody, what's going on? My name is Tony Talbert. I am blessed because I've had a 20-year full-time career in the music industry. I was a songwriter, producer, and an artist. And I worked for the famed producers Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis. You need to Google it.
Hey, what's happening? My name is Darren Story. I am a radio personality. I am a entertainer and also the vice president of a company. So I do a lot of things. And I'm a product of the Kansas City, Missouri School District.
All of my formative years were spent in the Kansas City, Missouri public school system, from kindergarten all the way through the 12th grade. I went to Mark Twain, William A. Knott's, the Southeast Junior Building. I'm not sure if it's still called that, but Southeast Junior Building and the Southeast High School.
You know, I was born and raised in Kansas City. I started off my trek through school at D.A. Holmes in the 1st and 2nd grade. I then went to Wendell Phillips in 3rd grade. I got accepted in the Gifted and Talented program and then went to Bryant Elementary in the 4th, 5th, and 6th grade. Then I went to Lincoln Junior and eventually Lincoln Academy. Yes, Lincoln Academy. It was the last year before it then turned into Lincoln College Preparatory.
Hey, my time at KCPS was Attucks Elementary School, K through 6, Lincoln Junior High School, 7th and 8th grade, and then Lincoln Academy for Accelerated Studies, 9th through 12th grade, where I graduated in 1982.
The schools that I attended were Cook for 3rd, Volker for 4th and 5th grade, Bingham for 6th and 7th grade, Paul Robeson for half of my 8th grade year, and then the other half was spent at Paseo, the 8th graders in high school. And then 9th grade year was Paseo as well, but then we didn't have no football team, so I wanted to go to Northeast. So I graduated from Northeast and went there from 2000 to 2003.
Since music is a love of mine, I guess it's no surprise that my favorite teacher was Calvin Whitmore III. He was my band director, and he played a huge role, extremely huge role in my career in the industry.
My favorite teachers, well, I had favorite teachers throughout every stage. So when I think about elementary school, I've got 2 teachers. My 1st grade teacher, Miss Garst. Then I jumped to 6th grade, Veronica McDaniel. Miss McDaniel, you were amazing. You got us ready for junior high, and I can't tell you how grateful I am for you and you being in my life. So you're awesome. I know you're out there. And then junior high, it's got to be Mr. Davis, George Davis, the band director. He started my road on music. And then undoubtedly in high school was Calvin Whitmore III, who honestly, I owe him everything. So
one of the special people that really helped me out at KCPS was my counselor at Northeast High School, Mrs. Fisher. Now, she helped cultivate my broadcasting career, to be honest with you.
My favorite teacher had to be Charles Dortch. Charles Dortch was a very passionate musician, and he taught the importance of studying and showing yourself prepared.
While my time at KCPS is over, it is now your time to impact students' lives.
It's your opportunity to inspire and inject that passion into the students to come.
So now that I've come out of the other side of my journey through the Kansas City Public School System, you know, I'm now positioned to leave a legacy, and that's just, you know, something I've always wanted to do, and I'm hoping that you guys do as well. So if you do, I challenge you. You know, I challenge all of you guys.
It is now my time to try and impact students' lives. So thank you to everybody who's ever helped me out at Kansas City Public Schools. I love you and I cherish you, and I would not be who I am or what I have today without you. Hey, this is Brian B. Shining, one half of the Morning Grind with Shay and Shine, right here at Alumni 3 Gems, and I wanted to talk to you all about my experience at Kansas City Public Schools.
Hello, my name is Tyrone Yarbrough. I'm the Director of Worship here at St. James United Methodist Church.
Hey everybody, what's going on? My name is Tony Tall. I am blessed because I've had a 20-year full-time career in the music industry. I was a songwriter, producer, and an artist. You know, I worked for the famed producers Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis. You need to Google them.
Hey, what's happening? My name is Darren Story. I am a radio personality. I am an entertainer and also the vice president of a company. So I do a lot of things, and I'm a product of the Kansas City, Missouri School District.
All of my formative years were spent in the Kansas City, Missouri public school system, from kindergarten all the way through the 12th grade. I went to Mark Twain, William A. Knox, the Southeast Junior Building, I'm not sure if it's still called that, but the Southeast Junior Building and the Southeast High School.
You know, I was born and raised in Kansas City. I started off my trek through school at D.A. Holmes in the 1st and 2nd grade. I then went to Wendell Phillips in 3rd grade. I got accepted in the Gifted and Talented program, and then went to Bryant Elementary in 4th, 5th, and 6th grade. Then I went to Lincoln Junior, and eventually Lincoln Academy. Yes, Lincoln Academy. It was the last year before it then turned into Lincoln College Preparatory.
Hey, my time at KCPS was Addix Elementary School, K through 6, Lincoln Junior High School, 7th and 8th grade, and then Lincoln Academy for Accelerated Studies, 9th through 12th grade, where I graduated in 1982.
The schools that I attended were Cook for 3rd, Volker for 4th and 5th grade, Bingham for 6th and 7th grade, Paul Robeson for half of my 8th grade year, and the other half was spent at DeSale, the 8th graders in high school. And then 9th grade year was DeSale as well, but then we didn't have a football team, so I graduated from 2003.
Since music is a love of mine, I guess it's no surprise that my favorite teacher was Calvin Whitmore III. He was my band director, and he played a huge role, an extremely huge role in my career in the industry.
My favorite teachers, well, I've had favorite teachers throughout every stage. So when I think about elementary school, I've got 2 teachers. My 1st grade teacher, Miss Garst. Then I jumped to 6th grade, Veronica McDaniel. Miss McDaniel, you were amazing. Grateful I am for you and you being in my life. So you're awesome. I know you're out there. And then junior high, it's got to be Mr. Davis, George Davis, the band director. He started my work on music. And then undoubtedly in high school was Calvin Whitmore, who honestly, I owe him everything. So
one of the special people that really helped me out at KCPS was my counselor at Northeast High School, Mrs. Fisher. Now, she helped cultivate my broadcasting career, to be honest with you.
My favorite teacher had to be Charles Dorch. Charles Dorch was a very passionate musician. He taught the importance of studying and showing yourself prepared.
While my time at KCPS is over, it is now your time to impact students' lives.
It's your opportunity to inspire and inject that passion to the students to come.
So now that I've come out of the other side of my journey in the Kansas City Public School System, I'm now positioned to leave a legacy. That's just, something I've always wanted to do, and I'm hoping that you guys do as well. So if you do, I challenge all of you guys.
It is now my time to try and impact students' lives. So thank you to everybody who's ever helped me out at Kansas City Public Schools. I love you and I cherish you, and I will not be who I am or what I have today without you.
And that extends past teachers. That goes to office staff, custodial staff, and cafeteria workers as well. As I actually remember the head of the cafeteria freshman year in high school, Miss Abernathy. She was an amazing woman. So shout out to all of you guys and every member of the KCPS staff, no matter what you do. Thank you very much. All right, now, I bring some more friends out here. They attended Nowlin Middle School, Van Horn High School, when it was part of this district. Yeah. And we know that you guys go through a lot day to day. You go through the fire. Through the fire. And here to put your solo and pay the music. Welcome back, Toby and Tommy.
Can all the teachers make some noise real quick? Come on, teachers, y'all get a little bit louder. Now, where all the students at? Make some noise. We want to encourage y'all that this is going to be a good school year, okay? Y'all agree with that? Absolutely. We're going to have a good school year. So we want to sing this song. No matter what comes, y'all stick to it and go through it, okay? All right, this song is called Through the Fire. Y'all sing it with us. I know y'all know it. All right? How many know the song? Big time.
I look in your eyes and I will see you live so dangerously, but you're not just in your heart to anyone. You tell me you're gonna play it smart. We're through before the start, but I believe that life's only just begun. When love is good, there's no shame, no. I love him so I'm ready to go. Through the fire, to the limit, to the wall, for a chance to be with you. know you know the song. Y'all used to jam this on. Come on. Y'all singing in the balcony? I see you. Come on, let's hear it. Everybody sing it. Come on. Everybody.
Just ridiculous. Tommy and Tommy and the band in the background singers and all the fire and the walking through and all of that. Teachers, how y'all doing? It's our time. Shout out to the school bus drivers, by the way. Yeah. Shout out. Who? I shouted out security 20 minutes ago. Where were you? It's a bad sign when security ain't paying attention out there. Okay. Let's do this. Dr. Bedell, today has been a homecoming for many KCPS alum and a tribute to African American culture and why it's important and why we're getting ready to send all these people back to school. So I'm going to bring you on up to the stage. Ladies and gentlemen, your superintendent, Dr. Mark Bedell. Now, why was it so important for us to pay homage and get ready for the school year in this way?
I think it's important that we try to reach back and celebrate a lot of the good that has come out of this school district. And I think going into year 4 of my tenure, I remember last year speaking to a lot of our teachers at our first summer institute. And I talked about the fact that there are a lot of people out here that really approach this school district through a deficit lens. They approach the people that work in this school district through a deficit lens, and they utilize that ultimately to take advantage. And I truly believe this. I tell people that there's been a lot of people who have thrived off of our failures, but there's a tremendous amount of success. So there's people who don't want to see us succeed. We have people, and you saw today in that video, there's a tremendous amount of phenomenal people that have come out of this school system being developed by the educators, faculty, and staff. And so I thought it was important that we really, when we talk about it's our time to eradicate this thought process of this can't-do type mentality, but to also celebrate a lot of the good that you see from this district.
Now, there have been 50-11 superintendents in this district in my lifetime. 50-11 is the number I learned in my time at Central High School. How y'all doing? That's a real number. That's that new man. But this district has a rich past, and it's well documented. And I kind of ran through the list of some of the important people that came from this district that did amazing things, not for this community, not for the city, not for the state, but the world. I mean, engineers and doctors and just, it's been great. So you just signed a 3-year extension to remain here in this district. All right. So what is your vision for KCPS's future?
Well, I think stability is something that's very critical, and I'm sitting here excited right now because of the fact that I was just talking to Jennifer Collier, and I said, Jennifer, can you tell me, well, we're formal, Dr. Collier, can you tell me how many vacancies we have? And she said, right now, we're down to 8, and that's unheard of. In these school systems that I've worked in, that's unheard of to be at 8. I can tell you right now, I have a peer in this state that's probably sitting in somewhere in the range of 50 to 70. right? And that's how hard it is to find teachers. But I think what has happened here with the commitment from our board of directors, this community, you saw with our partnership with Jostens and Cordish, those were things that made me make a decision that I want to come back and I want to do another 3 years. I don't want to just be here and be just a pass-through superintendent. But because of the stability team, right now we are a district that's sought after. We have a tremendous amount of people that have interest in wanting to work in our school system. We've been able to produce in the 2 out of 3 years I've been here, 2 superintendents that are now doing great work in their respective school districts. And we have a pipeline of people that are being developed to take that next level, including many of you who are in this room. Some of you have moved from parents to teachers. Some of you have now moved from teachers to instructional coaches and specialists. Some of you are now APs. Some of you are now principals. And you've worked your way all the way through this school system. So the stability that we have right now, we're finally the stable school district. And when you think about what's happening in some of these other school districts, there is a tremendous amount of instability, and people don't like that. So that's what we're trying to do, is just create that level of stability. And it actually starts with the superintendent, making sure that there's a commitment to really be here and to see this work all the way through.
I don't know if you remember this or not, but I used to work in radio. When you first got here, before you even took hold of the superintendent position, you came here to go around the city and get familiar with these surroundings, and they introduced you to a lot of people in town, and we met then, and you appear to be a man of integrity and all about what you say you do. And right now, in the divisive times that we have in this country, you talk a lot about equity and diversity and inclusion. Why is that so important to you?
I think we have to be fearful in doing the work around equity, diversity, being culturally responsive to those that we serve. We've seen people get their hands cut off in some cases. We've seen people get their heads cut off trying to do this work. And one of the things I'm extremely proud of is our board of directors in May of 2018 passed an equity policy 0.0 that guides everything that we're going to do moving forward, that allowed for us to do an equity budgeting model that put the resources into our schools. And one of the things I share with our principals, especially in the schools where your kids show up with a lot of social and emotional distress, and it's just that some of these kids, in some cases, have been dealt a real bad hand in life. And their only safe haven in some cases is when they hit inside of the 4 walls of your buildings. We have to be able to control for those variables, but we need support. We got the funding to do it. And what I told the principals at our previous principals meeting is, at this point, you can't say, I can't go to these board of directors and say, hey, you guys aren't giving us the support to do the work. We have far more support than I've ever seen in a school district. So it's about skill and will at this point. It's not about the resources. We just got to change our mindset. And I have this book here that I started reading called Culturally Responsive Teaching in the Brain. And it's really dealing with this work around equity. And I had an opportunity to meet the author a couple of weeks ago when we were in Ithaca. And what she said to me was that we don't have a broken student problem. We have a system that's designed to break these students. That's the bottom line. And I think what we have to be able to do is we got to teach these kids. We can't underestimate what disadvantaged students are intellectually capable of doing. You know, and when we do that, we postpone more challenging and more rigorous type work activities. And then when we have this low expectation for them, we in essence really deprive them of a strong education. And so I think a lot of it is about us in being able to recognize that every single one of us in this room have a level of implicit bias, including me. I told you the story about the kid sagging, and I was going to suspend this kid when I was an assistant principal because he wouldn't pull his pants up. And it was punitive, but I used my power, and I didn't recognize that this kid had just gotten kicked out of his house and didn't have anywhere to live, but I allowed for my bias to get in the way of me being a great administrator. And it took for that kid to check me. And I think when we go through this work, team, this isn't about making anybody feel bad. That's not what we're here to do. We're here to help you recognize that we all have a level of bias, and we got to check that at the door so we can give these kids everything that they deserve.
I gotta say, you made me nervous when you grabbed that book, because you're a principal, an administrator, and a superintendent. I thought you was about to read to us. Woo! But in closing, Dr. Bedell, you have the room of your entire staff body here. What would you like to say to them as we get ready to start the 2019-20 school year?
Just a couple of things. I mean, every year I get some departments who say, hey, we don't get to be recognized. And I'm one of those superintendents where I feel that I'm a very approachable person. I try to be personable. I try to get to know as many of you as I can when I come to your schools or I'm seeing you out and about. But the first year we did this, we didn't include our early childhood centers. And then there were departments that weren't included inside of central office. So each year we get better. But I do want to give a shout out. We have a couple of departments that I know they work within your schools, but they've done a phenomenal job. Our security department, the cafeteria workers that they aren't here today. We normally would have people come in from our operations department, but they made a decision. They reached out and said, Dr. Bedell, we need to stay at our schools and make sure that we have these buildings ready for students on Monday. Our enrollment team that's not here because they're constantly enrolling people. Our ELL department and our special ed division, the work that they're doing. So what I want to say to everybody in here, I love to use these analogies with sports. We are on the brink of this district getting its accreditation, and it's been a fight. Every year it's been a fight, but data is trickling in. We're just waiting to see how things look. It's all embargoed, so we can't talk a lot about it, but you all at your respective schools are, I'm certain, having conversations about how you perform. We plan to update our board on Wednesday in terms of what this preliminary data is looking like. We're in the fourth quarter, everybody. It's about a minute to go, and the game is tied. That's how close we are, right? And it's just a matter of figuring out who's going to take that layup or make that three-pointer or make those free throws so that we can go on ahead and get over that bar. But we have a lot of work to do, and I think that we have the people in this district, the 2,200 to 2,500, when you add part-time employees and hourly employees, we have the personnel to do what needs to be done for the children in this city. I believe in every single one of you. I trust you. I trust my own kids in this school system. And my kids are having a phenomenal experience. And I just pray that every single kid gets the similar type of experience and education that I would want for my own kids. And that's our goal. Our goal is to become a fully accredited school district here. And we'll see what the state does when they go and publish things. But I can tell you, you all are doing a phenomenal job. You're kicking butt. Continue to do that. Continue to believe.
And because you're tall, I see what you did with the basketball analogies.
Yeah, you post up material, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen, as a proud alumnus, I want to say how happy I am that you are here in this job as the leader of the Kansas City public school system, and I'm glad that you signed on for 3 more years. And I'm so proud of you and your team, all the work that you're doing. And that's what accreditation is coming. I see it.
I want to say one more thing, Sean, and that's because I don't get to do this often. We have a lot of people. Sandra Fetty probably is the person that I would say probably runs the district. She kind of keeps me together, keeps my calendar together, keeps some people at bay so I can do the work of serving you all. So Sandra's my executive admin assistant. I want to thank you. You're a phenomenal employee. And just a consummate professional. You are a true professional in this field with what you do. And then we have our cabinet members. A lot of our cabinet members who are in here, these are the people that are responsible for leading these major divisions. I want to tell you, we push and pull when we're having these meetings. It's not always the most fun meetings. There are times when I'm sitting back and I'm saying, well, good Lord, who's the superintendent? I'm trying to figure this out, but that's how they push back, right? And I think you want that in your organization. You want to get people to push on you. You don't want people to let you walk into pitfalls. So create that culture and climate where people can feel that they have the courage to be able to push back, to challenge you, to challenge your thinking, to allow for you to think outside of the box. And our leaders have to do that in every single one of our schools. That's the only way you're going to become a great school district.
Ladies and gentlemen, one more time. Thank you again.
Thank you, everybody. Let's have a great year and we give this to justice.
Tyler, everybody. Y'all didn't think I was gonna let convocation go by. Hey, thank you all for participating in this. Sean, thank you. The team that comes together to put this thing together, I can't go through everybody to name them right now because we have to get out of here. But everybody that came together to work for this, thank you, Marching Cobras. We wanted to give you guys a party before the school year started because we know the grind is ahead. So before I let you go, we got Toby and Tommy coming out one more time.
All right, where all the confident people at? Come on, y'all. Y'all ready to party? We're gonna hit it off with a bang. We can shout out some love to my friend Christopher Peacock. And yes, Paseo Academy, Fine Arts and Performing Arts. Now we're gonna do this. Y'all gonna kick it with us? Where the Cobras at? Y'all make some noise for the Cobras. Now listen, we gotta do this real quick. We're getting ready to close this out. I have to represent the plus size women. Where the plus size women at? Oh, you better make some noise and be proud of who you are. Where the plus size women at up in here? That's what I'm talking about. Boom, you see that? Before I let you go, come on, let's go out with a bang. Everybody stand on your feet. Come on, let's have fun, y'all. Come on, stand to your feet. Let's have some fun. Come on, y'all. Everybody move. Come on. Pull that back up a little bit. Hey. Come on, put your hands on it. Come on. Come on, y'all, clap your hands. Come on. Listen. You make me happy. Y'all know it. This is good. You stood right beside me, yeah. And I won't forget. I really love you. You should know. I'm gonna make sure I'm right. Oh, yeah, before I go. Hey! Now we had a good time that I can say. We hurt each other, yeah. Boy, it's a shame. Hey! See, I won't be foolish now. I want to know. I wanna make sure I'm right. Oh, before